21st Wednesday, March 2018. There's a great big public building opposite me. There, huge, Angel Square, and basically the interim CEO has resigned, is in the news today. So they're going to send all these national UK former CEOs, public servants, in to commission funding. Does that mean people like me, disabled people, complex illnesses, disabilities, who can't get access to what they need? I've been so ill the past 3 months, can't access even, because I've been so ill, it's only first day I've been out across the road to pay what I need to pay. I'm back in my sick bed again, because I've still got no emergency repairs for 8 months, and it's left me in the hospital last year. Here we all are now. I ended up having major dental problems. I couldn't access a hospital referral because of the disrepair going on. No, around the corner. Yeah, you just stand here, turn right, and it's up there.
Oh, okay.
What are you looking for?
Angel House.
Angel Street or Angel House?
Angel.
Is it a learning centre?
It's to do with fostering.
There it is.
This one.
Yeah, it's Angel Street and
right,
it's
okay.
Angel Square. It's the new public building. Yeah.
Oh, thank you so much.
Oh, good luck on it, by the way.
Thank you.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. Bless her. Get up to her. All those children. The children's services were in a national crisis services, and they're desperately trying to find foster carers to foster children in the care system. So the public purse is going to be paying families to foster children, and they have to be vetted, of course. Oh my goodness, all these social workers are lingering around on the ground floor right now. And that woman, bless her, they got this meeting going on. My gosh. So, what about adult care services for people like I, and the elderly care that's in crisis too with funding? So they're trying to get all the members of the public to be foster carers. Have anyone researched nationally what's going on? I mean, don't get me wrong, generally, sometimes, oh gosh. There's certain subjects I know, and I'm not going to go public about it, what's behind fostering out children. What about serious alleged abuses in secret family courts that goes on? What about revenge crime of ex-boyfriends or girlfriends or husbands and wives, and saying someone's abused such and such and such with no real proof, and then you've got the state come in, public servants to say, oh, we need to investigate, and then you've got safeguarding things going on, investigate everything in the family's life to split families up as well. Then you've got genuine situations, and don't get me wrong, that genuinely need people, kindness and their good hearts are really good people to help foster and take on a big responsibility like that. And I'm sure there's good and the bad of it all. Give up to them that are doing this. I don't know how they could cope. There's good and bad side to it all. I wasn't going to stream about that, but that lady stopped and asked me where this building was right in front of her. All I was going to talk about is how a lot of these public services and the contracts are not being funded because of this political, nationally, again in mainstream media today, in House of Commons, apparently. I haven't seen anything like that myself, just hearing about it. That the mismanagement of public funding has been going on for a while. And I, unfortunately, if I hadn't ended up in hospital last year, what I did, I wouldn't have run that Personal Wellbeing. And the Personal Wellbeing limited company is now being dissolved. So the director of Northamptonshire Adult Social Services. I think she's still in place. I don't know about anyone else. It's all gone quiet on my end because I've been so damn ill. I haven't been able to take up the initial offer. They call it Statute Law Care Act 2014, implemented 2016 nationally. But this is the first of the Conservative political run county council government claim to be going in this massive financial crisis. Former CEO Paul Blanton allegedly was on a sort of holiday, a lot of this financial mismanagement went on. So public purse is funding all this, the public servants in there too, and not ordinary workers just doing their job with a union membership protection. But what about the higher management level? And this is just one area in the United Kingdom. If I weren't so damn ill and my nightmare situation going on my own bloody flat, people opposite me where I live are not affected because they're not like me. Physically, I'm the only flat that's been left rotted away, the wet room and the flat door. All starting tomorrow, I'll be disappeared from the system. So I'm just, before I get home now, I'm doing this dream because I've got no choice but to. I have a choice, but my health, my immune system is shot to pot. It's all because of the mould and everything's affecting my lungs and my dental health. It's all come to red again. But unless anyone I try access public funding NHS, GP, doctor, right? These social worker people that work on the subject of adult care, social services, the various departments, I don't even know which is which now because they're all being merging and changing again. And trying to find out who's doing what. They call a department known as short-term redevelopment department, but it's not quite that in reality. If you can hear me now with the noise of cars and traffic, I can't speak up because I've got a really mouthful of ulcers. And my knee, my neck, and the glands, everything's shot to pot. Now, what goes on around here? It's like a lot of this is creating. They want to create a two-tier claim to be a government system. You have borough council up the road, county council here, and mainly it's been like highlighted they never had enough funding from central government for public services. So hold on. Why do you build opposite me, which turned out 18 months ago a car park? This used to be a quiet street, a car park, and where public servants at the county hall, which has still got this building up there, all different departments and buildings scattered around the county, but now they're merged into one massive building opposite here, right? Cameras all around, and at 5G CCTV, and they're also building for the Northamptonshire University, the haunted residence down the road. It's not culture quarter, by the way, I live around here all the time. It's just a busy town centre area, building built up with hotels and theatres, behind me the nightlife, pubs and clubs for the young, mixture of people. And then I'm sat down opposite this building, and the company I rent the flat from, the head office in Newcastle, the original company, had this massive building here called Try Limited, had contracts with all different European building construction companies. There's massive of them, and they profit at the public purse. So the council tax is going up, ordinary people are struggling to put food on the table, surviving, let alone paying their rent, let alone survive, all the changes going on. Thousands of people like I struggling to get what they need. Okay, you could be offered initial assessment, but what then? Okay? Who makes the decision behind the scene, who gets what and how? And if I didn't find this all out 2nd of February 2018, I've been trying to get information ever since by key men and women, especially women, if you want to try and offer me services, well, hold on. I need to know, if I'm sharing data for thousands of people in my experience, I'm just generalising it, okay? If you can afford 100, it turned out to be 100 million quid this building, right? That's how much it's cost. It's not 54 million, that was portrayed in the press. When you start investigating, I did a while ago, my videos, I deleted one key video, I've saved it offline, who I started to find out who was connected to who. And I found out Guildford Tri CEO connection with the CEO of Cambridge Limited, and that's why I'm targeted for all these months on by not repairing my own. And now that's why I ended up in hospital with a stroke and a heart problem last year, and now I got so ill again. So tomorrow I will be pushed out again into the system, not to be seen again, and because they want to shut me up. It's nothing that nobody knows about. It's in public domain. You just research it, and I found this out because in the summer when I was out my wheelchair, they blocked all this off around here. I couldn't get access, so I would communicate with a building that used to be around here, the main contractor company, the head of the building works. I put loads of photos of that stored, and the point being is, you have Paul Clayton gone off with 100 grand of public funds in a golden handshake, right? And then you've got another interim CEO. How much has he pocketed off now for a golden handshake deal? It's only been in the post 6 months. Now who's going to be running it? This building opposite, right? The public services, right? It's huge. All over news, the mainstream, national news, local news, not alternative. I'm perhaps the only one locally streaming this because everyone else is just fed up, they're busy working, they don't give a monkeys because they're not end up in my situation. There's a lady opposite down the road who's got a different housing association, right? Her mum knows key people within certain local services, so she speaks up for her daughter. It's me speaking up for me, because my family is scattered down south around the country and not around here to help me, and I'm not trying to help myself. Now because I got abused of my own bloody own, and I use my knowledge, what I've learnt over years, to hold key public servants accountable, first-hand knowledge, everything that went on. Certain public servants that still work in here now in this building, right, they set me up, fake information, fake stuff that went on, and the police would do nothing, nobody was held accountable, they all protected each other basically. So that's when I had to, my neighbour right opposite me, watching me, second floor flat. Her boyfriend is behind, stalking me. Yeah, she's noticed I've turned my camera around to her flat. I'm in a public place. Her boyfriend kicks off when he doesn't get what he wants, and she's got 2 kids now by him. And she lives above me in the same block where I live. And all the damage in the communal area last October started, and party wall to my flat. I've got all photos of improving all this, you see, but nobody in the housing company do anything about it because centralised who I am. They know I know about this stuff going on over a period of time now, and more so now, and so they just want me out my flat, getting rid of me, putting me in a care system. But it won't be what you think is a nice care home. It's wherever there's a space, because their abuse goes on, the elderly abuse, children's care homes, people with dementia, people with complexity, psychological, physical disability as well. So I was so ill in my bed yesterday, calling up the do I call the doctor about what's going on with me, or do I call the community specialist centre services? Well, the woman I spoke to yesterday, I could hardly talk like this. I'm dosed up on painkillers and all this natural smoothie, big bottle of smoothie, my bloody food smoothie, because I can't eat food and stuff like that now. So all the community around here, right, so-called people that live around here, you see people working from work because they're going to pay the ordinary woman is up to what, 500, 600 a week. Then expensive to look after the foster child in your own. That's what this is going on around here right now. I'll get a bit close if I can. I don't want to get anyone on camera. Just keep it low key. So yeah, this is the gate for service deliveries. They've got top of the range cars around the opposite side. And meetings for foster children. You won't get people with disabilities able to foster children because they've got their own needs. But you've got workshops going on for people that want to foster children. I really feel for children stuck in care homes. You've got couples as well, perhaps they can't have children. And good luck to them, you know. Good luck to them, you know. I admire that, you know. Perhaps people can't have children, that's the way they help you out. And I admire that. But I hope these public servants, social workers, have got real good skills to help members of the public with all different backgrounds that want to foster children generally and not do anything negatively towards them. So I go along this building, different levels. We've got the top of range computers and everything going on. It's all going to be private companies coming in. This is why this side, my left side, is all built for private companies coming in to take over and sublet out a lot of these spaces here. That's the plan, you see. That's why they're crashing all the financial side and those departments merging again. That's a 5G camera right opposite me. It's a flats. See, it dominates the land around here. 5G smart lines. By the way, this entrance on the right hand side of the scene is not geared up for people with disabilities. I don't know about sight or deaf, but physical disabilities and wheelchair, no. A lot of families now are going in, so I'm not going to show that on camera. We've got children. Good luck to them. So I'm just going to go along a bit further. I'm going to go. It's a bit cold. One Angel Square, and we've got a learning hub at the front entrance here. Oh, by the way, LGSS Limited, look it up in Company's House. Olympics Care Services Limited, look it up. You've also got Northamptonshire Adult Services Limited, and look it up, County Council, Northampton County Council. Oh yeah, they had me on camera just now, look, they just turned the camera around. This is geared up. They can monitor what you're doing on your smartphone any time. That shines on in the soap area where I live, that camera. The technology they've got is the top of the range. And this is all around the area, and they've got cameras all around the building. One, a tiny one at the top. This one, massive one. If you've got a free mind, free thinking of anything, right? Oh look, they've got a smudge in their window. They've got all this specialist security on site all the time. It's costing the public purse as well. It's a huge amount of public funding, all this. See how these lights are? With the blue and green flashing, flashing, flashing. They're all around the town centre. I've actually stock up my natural stuff. Because, as I said, I might end up in hospital by Friday, God forbid. I do not want that, but it might happen. And you've got all these lights. So, yeah, as a public, so they've got a fostering. Go on the website, northamptonshire.council.org. I think it's .org. But how many levels we got? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 story levels. I don't know about the underground level. Now, LGSS is a shared legal services for Cambridgeshire County Council, right? They've just got a connection with Northamptonshire Healthcare Foundation Trust, NHS side of things as well. I found that out today. And I don't know how they've got the contracts the way they work. We've got the logo, www.lgs.co.uk. Look at the website and who owns. You've got a public servant at the main entrance, welcoming people to sign up to be foster individual, family, whatever. I've got to watch the time, by the way. Yeah, 7 o'clock. Oh, it's so bloody nightmare. These public funded, and more people going into one of these foster individuals, single people as well. And this building, I can't believe how many there's in there on the ground floor, right, you've got various groups going on, and I can't see any families disabled with disabled people fostering. There might be disabled children need to be fostered, I'd like to think. They're not going to shove people off just because in institution systems go back in history like they used to do years ago. So the public purse, you're paying your taxes for all this, right? Council taxes. So who's going to profit by... Stay with me, I need a drink. My throat is going again, my voice. Who's profiting by redesigning public services, i.e. management, directors of these particular companies I mentioned? You can research them online, it's public knowledge, okay? Because I know about stuff, like anyone else does, not just me. I observe it because I live opposite, and because I can't access what I need lawfully, just because I got so down there. Now, if my lights are on or whatever, these people that work late or whatever will think, because I'm not got public funded servants commissioning their own carers, right? My mates and my private arrangements I'm paid for 2-3 years now have been out with me, and because of that they don't like people to be out of the state system like me. And there's another lady who's just gone off. That one there. And so it looks like a car that I know of the mother. I've seen her before doing public things nationally for disabled people against cuts, and that's a national campaign thing going on. All new people I tried, but I don't get involved much because I'm not well. I'm an observer, that's what I do, because it concerns me when you've got, how do they vet people to be foster parents too? And then they got a shared life system going on for people like I and learning disability people, right? And that means you live the life within the family for carer. But hold on, what if that carer or family and members or friends abuse you? Where do you go to get independent support if you're living in that household? instead of like traditional care system. All these things, questions I had, I put things in emails and stuff, and I said, if and whenever I get stayed in my house, then I will consider an offer of initial care act assessment, you know, and then what's what, you know. I had to read up about adult safeguarding, I had to read up about the Care Act I had to read up about housing, I had to read up a lot of things. And when I started investigating to help myself, basically, nobody else would, I found out who's connected to who. And I found out that just because I asked questions, just sought confirmation, and then it gets so damn ill. You know, nobody, unless you sign your data and fill in these public services the way they work. It's just one, by the way. I'm cautious and careful how certain private life data is shared with you. With these men and women working here at certain high positions in their job role, manage to see, they look at their own jobs, their own security, their own connections. They don't really give a monkeys about, in reality, how it's all about a national agenda, getting people into work. If there was support networks about positively to help people like I, then I would seriously consider things like that. But I don't think at my age I could be written off. But look, they put all their bags and goodies given out. How much does that cost to print out all these fostering materials and goodie bags, information and leaflets and documentations? Yeah, I just saw that. I didn't get any information sent to me. I sought clarification, and by the way, if you look up voiceability, national advocacy for the private liberty, mental health advocacy, care advocacy, general advocacy, all the contracts all linked back in with LGFS, the Legal Government Share Services. I don't know if I can zoom in, let me try and zoom in and show you the website. Yeah, right, here we go. That's a website to look out for. That's the one about that camera. Where is it gone? There it is. Right above me. There's all these people lining up inside. That public servant. Making sure everyone's got the little packs to go into introduction to fostering. My nose, the neighbour. Pause the residents down there. Another CC camera, public building, and grab going on down here. Borough Council it's been brought by Northamptonshire University. So where's the public funding going back in the public purse? Anything being sold off. So with this one, nationally, former CEOs of other kind of councils in the UK is coming in, and I don't know, it's already, they've come in this building to sort out commissioning services now. So I don't know where I stand with the public sector services, i.e. for adult care side of things. The last email I sent to confirm I'm still not well, and I'm not. I can't consent to offer a meeting. And by the way, how would you cope in a massive, great big huge building when all these people, the cameras, they've got cameras everywhere on the side as well and around the building. So now that's pointing, that camera there, directly above my head. And see the little lights going on and on and on. That's geared up the smart lights all around town. So yeah, good luck to those that want to foster. And by the way, we've got the logo of welcome LDSS on the opposite side of this building, which I won't go, it's not accessible for me. I wonder how much these public servants are being paid. Got high heels on, I hope her feet were alright. It's just trying to get the logo in it, and they got in the way. Where's that logo? That is www.ldss. They do all this so-called lawyers, barristers, all the contracts goes through this LDSS for all public services, the contracts, whether it's advocacy, whether it's adult care, whether it's older children, or whatever subject may be, all goes through the contracts. So all these private or public funded companies all go through them, and that's when all the commissioners are coming in to work with them. This website, you look it up, search it on Companies House, or any company chat, you'll find it all out. My data is going now, so I've got to go and signing out. Almost dropped my phone, bear with me. So, gotta go now. Better get in. Oh, my neighbour does meditation CDs, lives above me. Because he's awakening up to what goes on, and he just got targeted in certain ways too. But I tell you, they all work together. Public sector services employees, higher paid ones I'm on about. Not ordinary Joe Block trying to just do their job. But it's all connected. Look at these trees they planted. This is just one area in UK 2018, and yet they all merge together with shared services, i.e. Private and public. So this has cost over $100 million, this building, right? And yet they call them now bankrupt. So what they spent with the mismanagement and all this. Yeah, why build a public building if you're in already knew you're in financial dire straits with public funded services? And that means cut back on public funding. Oh my goodness me, you've got a couple that think they can make an income by fostering children just gone in. My goodness me, wish them well. I'm sure they've got good hearts. You never know. Up to them what they do. None of my business. I'm just observing. How the public purse is being used and abused. Not just this subject, but many other areas too. Oh well. Bad connection. Whatever, there's a lot of things going on. Not just this, by the way. A lot of people's minds are closed down, they're busy trying to survive, can't blame them really. But people like well, our free minds are being shut down, and in many ways using now the status quo system. Make it of what you will, you public servants and men and women out there. If you're not aware what goes on in your neighbourhood, please research the subject Agenda 2030. Being called Agenda 2045. My goodness me, you won't even believe it. Yeah, I'm out here, girl, in my wheelchair, just be doing in a public path. A brown-haired woman looked at me from inside just because I'm out here with a camera. Mind my own business. observing things. God bless everybody, keep safe, whatever you do in life, look out for one another, because the status quo, state system, no matter where you are, UK, wherever, is not going to be there to help us the way we really need it. Keep safe, whatever you do. Be aware there's more going on than just this subject in the world. And God forbid to end up my situation, it's just an anybody. And all those able-bodied men and women, don't forget you could lose your job, your own, whatever, and end up, God forbid, in my situation, homeless. You think about that, you know? Oh my, you can't judge a book by the cover, by the way. I've got no criticism about the ordinary man or woman just trying to get on in life. But bear in mind, you can't separate each other. We're all trying to survive in this messed up world, on this planet. Signing out from UK. You take care and God bless. Ukraine.